What the heck? Oh my goodness. Welcome. The people have spoken, and now we are here finally to fulfill the promise that we made since the beginning, which was once I get to all the songs that this interview covers, then I will get to the Drumeo interview in full. I am so excited, guys. This has been a long time coming. You know, I know that you guys have all been telling me, at least each of you in one comment over the past 3 or 4 months has asked me to listen to the Drumeo interview. So we're here. If you are new to the channel, my name is Reagan. I'm a drummer. I play some Dance Gavin Dance stuff. I've been playing little snippets of Sleep Token, which you will see in my intro here in a second. But on my channel, if you are new, I have been listening to Sleep Token album by album, each song in their discography. Started with Sundowning, and I've been going through it. If you're seeing this on YouTube, then I am probably getting near the end of Even in Arcadia. Also, if you're seeing this on YouTube, then tomorrow I am releasing my Euclid video. I really am excited for you guys to see it. You guys saw the Take Me Back to Eden one. So many things I had to say, so many emotions. Beautiful time, beautiful song. I loved making that video, and I know I'm going to love making this one today. So tomorrow, Euclid's going to come out. It's going to be premiering. After it ends, we are going directly over to my stream over on Twitch, and we're going to do a live stream ranking of Take Me Back to Eden in full. Me and 3 other people. It's going to be so much fun. We had a good time doing that with Tomb, and I'm excited to do that for Take Me Back to Eden as well, because this album was something. This video is a bit of a long one, and as you guys know, I don't really like pausing.
Are you sure about that?
We'll see. We'll see how long it goes. We'll see what happens. But I'm so excited to get into it. This is the Drumeo interview with 2 from Sleep Token. Let's go.
And I'd show myself my sacred neighbor.
Are we getting straight into it? Right into Vor? Yeah. So what I love here, and as you saw in my little high water drum intro, this is like a constant thing for drummers in general, but like you see he is on this one right here. It seems like kind of like a trash cymbal, the way it's sounding, and he's like riding that. He's like using that to keep the tempo, and while he's doing that, he's doing everything. He's like doing things in between it, but it's like that's like the heart that we feel here, that we see throughout the entire thing. And also, it's not as crazy as in other songs, but you'll notice with the double bass here, especially whenever we see the bass like cam, like we can see his feet and the bass drum and stuff like that. He definitely, it's not a simple beat. It's like not like you know, like a simple 1 1 1 or 1 2 1 2. You know, it's very complex while it's all happening together, and it does flow well. But some of the other songs he plays, it's like very complicated. The bass by itself. Yeah. And another thing he does so often is dang it. Okay, we'll see it. He'll do like a quick like a drum roll kind of thing, and then he'll ding on the top of a cymbal. He like does some crazy drum fill, and then he'll ding on the top of cymbal. And it's like it's hard to notice it because it's so minute, so quick. And he does that also with his cymbal chokes as well, which whenever I'm listening to the songs, I can't really, it's hard to hear the cymbal chokes. But I've done a couple of these videos before, not specifically this, of course. There's so much of this that I have not seen at all, and I'm very excited just to hear what he has to say. But we're going to be able to see those in future songs, hopefully. Look at here. Yeah. Yeah. In the throat of gods. Here we go. Oh, that was a little extra. That's not on the studio version. Yeah. I like the hi-hat action. He really uses his hi-hat so good. One thing that I like that I've been seeing is like these moments wherever he hits the bass drum and the so I'll pause it real quick. So these moments whenever he hits like the like crash cymbals probably on his two sides here with the bass drum. I mean I only have one crash cymbal that I've set up at least. But I like that he hits two of them because like looking at it, it feels more epic. And as you guys saw here, whenever he was like tapping his sizzle cymbal there, I've never had drumsticks like he has. I just have like, you know, these typical whatever, which these are pretty sick. Look, they're like Zildjian, which is the brand of cymbals. I have a couple Zildjian cymbals. But whenever he's like hitting it like that, that's what you've heard in so many songs and like all across all genres. The like that louder, like building noise, which we just heard. But that's what it looks like. Oh no, this video is gonna be too long, guys. Oh no. I'll try to just relax and enjoy it with you guys a bit, okay? Oh man. He has like certain speed of notes there on the toms. Like 32 or something, but then he like doubles it. He like changes his tempo within it. Nice. Well, I've heard this a handful of times here, just in this song alone, and he does it a lot. It is very hard to hear, but that did it on the snare drum, those are actually ghost notes that he's playing, and most of the times, I mean, if it's me doing that, I got to do it with two hands. I got to do like this is not ghost note sound, but I got to go like, you know, he's doing it with one hand. He's doing it with one hand alone, and his skill is just impeccable. But it's like, you don't have to do this. There's so many times I'm listening to Sleep Token songs and I'm like, he didn't have to do that. Like the end of Telomeres. And there's like one song, I forgot what it was. Was it like Ascensionism or Take Me Back to Eden? I think it was Take Me Back to Eden. The last like 3 seconds, the song is fading out entirely. And it's just like insanely quick on the double bass. It's like no one can hear it. We're like already going to the next song, but it's like he just does it just because he can. Okay, just go to Telomeres. Go to the end of Telomeres and you know exactly what I'm talking about. My camera will die, guys, and I'm going to have to keep on resetting it, so I'm sorry about that. Nice. This one on my right, his left, I vaguely remember that in the song. It sounds really cool. But I love how he has this setup, this like electronic pad setup just right there with his kit. Because this bass sound that he's doing sounds really nice, don't you guys think? I love the, whatever this like, this instrument, almost sounds like a shamisen in the background, like this stringed instrument. Very good. Probably either a computer or Vessel playing it. So nice. See, he keeps throwing in these tiny little, yeah, and there's the cymbal choke that I was telling you about. Keep throwing in these ghost notes. We barely hear it. Nice. Little tom action for fun. And then he did the cymbal choke again. He does it but while he's in the middle of all this craziness, he hits it and then stops it immediately. It's so impressive. Here we go. I mistimed that. That was terrible. That's fine. Nobody will notice. Yeah. So there, as you guys saw, he was doing like the some hi-hat action, which like my open hi-hat sound here, I can't hear it too well, but he was using that. And then he used it a couple times. So I've said this before, but in his, he's got multiple pedals here. 2 of them are directed towards the bass drum, and one of them, which he has his foot on here, is directed to his hi-hat here. So as you guys can tell, it is open right now. And he usually has it closed whenever he's just hitting it regularly. But within like the drum fills and stuff, he will like do what he did here. I mean, like 10 seconds ago, where he opens it, closes it, like very quickly. And it just like adds so much within it. And then he did that, and then he added some extra like splash cymbals in there. So it's the these tiny cymbals here. They don't have a very loud sound. They're like a very, very, very tiny trash cymbal, you know? And he always adds those like to the end of his drum fills. I just love it. I love it. Yeah. See, and then he added the splash, just like I said. Oh man. Guys, I got a dad. Yeah. Nice.
Well, to all of you out there,
one thing I will say quickly, and I'm definitely gonna try to speak less. I'm sure as the video goes on, I will have nothing to talk about, so we will just watch the video. I promise, guys. But for the majority, it seems like just like songs in general, music in general, like rock, metal, whatever, and whatever Sleep Token genre that is. They use the bass drum, they use cymbals, and they use the snare drum, which we know snare drum. So bass drum, snare drum, and then cymbals, you know, that splash cymbal, whatever. That's like the typical thing. Keep the beat, you know, whatever. But I actually really enjoy toms. I love drum fills. I love whenever toms are thrown in because they really create an atmosphere, like a more heavy, hollow, deep atmosphere in songs. And the way he does his drum fills and stuff, it's really good. But now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. I will reset the camera.
well, to all of you out there watching, this is going to be a really special Drumeo live feature because
it is going to be special.
Recorded video interview that any member of Sleep Token has ever done, and we're honored that 2 has decided to do this with us. So welcome here. Thanks for tuning in. And for any of you who don't know who 2 is, he's a founding member and the drummer for the anonymous band Sleep Token. And they just put out a brand new album this year called Take Me Back to Eden, which is one of my personal favorite albums of this year of 2023. And I highly recommend you go check it out.
Go check it out, guys. If you don't know about that one, check it out.
But before we jump into the interview, what you see here on the YouTube channel just scratches the surface of what we do here at Drumeo. Inside of our membership, we have thousands of song transcriptions with drumless tracks, including tons of stuff from Sleep Token. We have a full method that will teach you anything and everything about playing the drums. So if you want to check that out, there's a link down below.
I might check it out, honestly.
/trial, and you can see everything.
I
we're
use
up to in the members area.
Songster
We're
for
going to get
learning
into
songs.
it. We're going to be talking about Tu's drumming. We're going to be talking about some Sleep Token songs, and Tu is going to be playing a bunch of tracks. Let's get right into it.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Once again, and the night comes down like heaven. The night
Oh man. The drums are not crazy in this one, but I'm really excited to see what we do here.
sounds like in the low light, in turning divine, we tangle endlessly, like lovers entwined.
This is the opening song for Sundowning.
I know
So very significant, so very important. It's a really good one. It's a really good one. I love how his cymbal sounds here that he's about to use. That one on the far right. Is it that one? Sounds different. I like the studio cymbal he uses to record. This is still great, don't get me wrong. That cymbal. It's a China Trash. He's throwing in those ghost notes, yep. And that's the hi-hat work that I was telling you guys about. So he's controlling that with his foot. Drumming is hard because obviously you have all your limbs, all four limbs, and it's like all of them are doing something differently, you know?
So from the drums, you can hear
Yes.
lots of influences just in your playing. You can hear rock, metal, electronic music. How do you apply all of this within your drum parts?
I've always personally taken a lot of inspiration from the UK dance music scene. Listening to the various subgenres of drum and bass specifically allowed me to incorporate stylistic traits from those genres into my vocabulary as a drummer.
He's so eloquent. Ooh, I love this song. This song, you know, the drums are also not insane, but it's like the amount of space he creates. We'll see it. Yeah. And he's keeping the beat with the China Trash, which I love songs that he does that. But you guys know what I mean whenever I'm saying like he's creating space. So it's like the guitar there, that doo doo doo, and then that like hymns, the that Vessel has in the background. With his like slower drumming, it's like impactful, what he's doing and stuff, it's like impactful, it's loud, it's like we hear it, it's there, but it's not this like constant, cymbals, toms, like the whole gambit that he has for so many of these songs. And it's just like, I feel like they did really well with this song, like creating this certain atmosphere, which it's like not a lot going on, but within that it feels full, it feels like whole. You guys know what I'm saying? And of course, like I said before, he's adding a bit that's from the studio version. I have not heard these songs like a crazy amount of time, so if I'm doing like a little impromptu drum fill in the air, I'm probably going to miss some stuff. And also he changes it, so. I love that. The hi-hat and splash little combo he always does there. Nice. As you guys can tell, the very top of this, like the epicenter of the cymbal there, makes a very different sound from the rest of it. Nice. It's simple, but it's like it sounds so good to my ears. The guitar here is good with it too. And Vessel's vocals. That was a little extra something there. It was actually quicker than you might initially realize what he added there. And he's making the sound that he made initially whenever hitting it like sustained. He's sustaining the sound. And he added quite a bit in this one, but it was fantastic.
So over the 3 Sleep Token records.
Also, if you guys were wondering, the reason I said he was like eloquent before, and I stand by that. The reason
evolved from the first to the last album.
I would say that while my stylistic approach,
I love his stylistic approach.
Goals have generally stayed the same. My vocabulary on the kit has expanded. I tried to work on not always using the same phrases.
I love how he's explaining this.
Those phrases in the same voicing to ensure the parts remain somewhat interesting.
Somewhat interesting, guys. Somewhat interesting.
In itself is a continual work in progress. As a player, I will admit that I, like others, don't always achieve this. But to me, that is very, very much all parts of the journey itself.
Why am I falling for this man so hard? If you guys don't know, I love Gods. I love this song. Ooh. Yeah. Changes here. It's different than the one before. Yeah. I think it changes again. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. The bass drum here. Yeah, see that, guys? That's pretty good. I want to hear some more of that trash cymbal. Oh, what's this? Oh, that was a little bonus. That was extra. So he's doing those extremely quick notes on the snare here. They're tiny, very quiet. But they add a little accent. They add a little something. Dun, 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 dun. He just keeps on throwing in these splash, which are super nice. Ooh. Like I said, this like tempo changes. He's going at a certain speed, and it's easy to follow, but then he speeds it up, and then he goes back. How can you not love this song? Yeah, the friggin' toms. Do you guys remember a minute ago when I said I wanted more trash cymbal? Give it to me. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something too, please. I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
It's so easy for me.
I love that sound. It's so good. Okay, I gotta watch it. I'm just getting too into it. Does that not sound so freaking sick? We got a breakdown, yeah. And I love the guitar here. The here is good. Brum, bum, bum, bum. I love that. And then Vessel in the background, those gritted teeth. He's just like.
As I mentioned, I'm also a big fan of R&B and pop, which has worked its way into my playing. I grew up primarily playing metal, so the next obvious step for me was to blend these other styles in amongst heavier playing to add versatility to my drum part.
Versatility is an understatement. The biggest understatement I have ever heard by this man. Oh my goodness. When I first listened to Sundowning, this was one of my favorite songs. This was my top song for a long time. It's my friend Lady Acidosis. It's her top song from that album.
Where I was raised, there was no street light.
And I feel like there's so many things in Dark Signs. I'm gonna pause it. I don't know if people are gonna get annoyed if I speak during the slow parts that have nothing, so I don't know what we're doing here. But there are so many implications, I feel like, in this song that have to do with future songs. Like there's a lot, like stuff from Granite, stuff from maybe Take Me Back to Eden. I can't think of any more right now, but like I feel like this song is actually, there's a lot of like lore implications and stuff. Maybe Atlantic too.
Where we met, there must have been dark signs, omens in your skies. Most days you reach for safety, remain calm, forget that.
So he has like a an electronic drum pad for his feet too here. We see him hitting with his foot. Interesting. Maybe Ascensionism too. With his right hand here, is he even hitting anything? I think he's just using it as like a tempo thing. Or is he hitting something? I don't think so. That's interesting. too long since I heard this song. Maybe Are You Really Okay? I like in his drum pad this sound here of that snare. It's like a hollow, like a more muted snare. You hear that? And it has that reverb on it too, which is really cool. The thing is, like songs like this, songs like Descending, this more like electronic sounding songs, I really mess with, guys. I really like the. And now we get into like the drum kit itself. Let's go to. Every time I wake up.
So when you're developing your drum parts for the albums, are you just coming up with those yourself before the rest of the song is built, or are you hearing the other instrument parts first?
I think it's the latter. I'm sorry, I don't need a
first, and then basing your parts off of that.
Most, if not all of the time, I try to pay close attention to the vocals and figure out any specific syllables that can benefit from accents on the kit. I sometimes use the vocal line as a guide of sorts to dance in between what's being sung, to filling in those gaps, if you will. Typically speaking, songs don't start from a particular drum part, although this isn't necessarily deliberate. Another element I look for when writing are any specific syncopation that the drums must match. This could be a pattern on the guitar, a breakdown of sorts, something electronic. But I feel this takes away a lot of the guesswork when initially writing parts and provides me with a clearer idea of the song in question.
Okay, so before we get into the apparition, first of all, I love this song. I love the apparition. I love the fact that he put it like that way, how he first listens to the vocals and tries to like see what it can put in, like he used the term dance, and the syncopation and all that stuff. Because as we know, Vessel has like so many tools in his own tool bag. Like 2 is obviously otherworldly, and I love how he does it to fit whatever Vessel has created or whatever Vessel needs. It's like this pair is they're so good together. They're just a match made wherever. This song is like not super long, but it's so good. And I like in the background that ooh, that's really good. And we hear it at the end really heavily. I don't know if we're going to go through the whole song here. think he's going to throw in a lot of those ghost notes on the snare that I was talking about. I feel like it. Yeah, right there he did it. I've actually been really interested in seeing the drums for this song, so I'm so excited that we get to see this. So far, it's not been too crazy. I mean, compared to his standard. For me, I can't. I'm not that good. But he's done more crazy stuff. We know that. Nice. Is that like the whole song? It's so short. And like I said before at the very beginning, I like these vocals here. You'll hear? You guys know. It's so eerie. It's so atmospheric, and then it just fades out. That song is like, there are some songs that are like high highs, but like however low, quote unquote, it gets is a little bit lower. That song is like just consistently quite high. Even though it's short, like the whole time, it's just a very good song. It's not like, parts of it are not like the best part ever. You know what I mean? It's not like top tier, you know, like stuff from like Take Me Back to Eden, or I don't want to, maybe higher. I don't know. There's like, some of these songs have like peak moments or peak whatever that are so incredibly good. This doesn't necessarily have it, but the whole entire song is very good.
So around the kit, you can see you're using lots of different linear sticking,
Agree or disagree?
sticking patterns. What are some of the ones that you would say define your drumming?
Tell us too.
I've always been a big Eric Moore fan, and gospel drummers in general.
I feel it. I felt that in his music,
Taken a
like
lot of
gospel.
influence from a couple of Eric's licks find their way into my playing. As an example, I use an 8th note linear phrase, which is played as right, left, kick, right, left, kick. That, along with a phrase called the 3-1-3-2, which is a triplet phrasing of 9 notes.
Yeah.
Played as right, right, kick, right, right again on the hands, and then finished with 2 notes on the kick. What I particularly like about this phrasing is that it's 3 notes short of resolving itself. So, as a drummer, you're forced to be creative with those last 3 notes and finish the sticking, the phrasing in any way you see fit.
We just heard higher in the background. I don't know if, I think he does higher here too, like at the end of the video. I was gonna say that drum part that we just heard in the background is actually insane. Yeah, whenever he uses the toms, that definitely creates this like heavy atmosphere, which is very apparent in this song specifically, Atlantic. Like, we know what the subject matter is and everything, so it just makes sense. One thing he's going to do here in a sec is he does hi-hat, he like opens, closes it really quickly, and then he like hits the snare or something. He does it like twice really quickly, and it always sounds so crisp to me in the studio version. I love it every time. I think that's at like the end of a section. Wow. That's so good. What he's doing is so difficult, guys. It's so hard. Yeah. I think it's right here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man.
Additionally,
He has it. He has my heart.
I'm a big fan of the standard paradiddle.
Oh.
I use this as a chop starter.
It's like right, left, right, right.
As I feel
Or
it's
left,
an
right, left, left.
organic way to prepare the listener for a slightly busier section
Yeah.
within the drums themselves.
Alkaline. Little old song named Alkaline.
Let's talk about chemistry, 'cause I'm dying to melt
Oh man.
to the heart of the morning dews, to the
It's like his like hi-hat work, how he's like this with his little splash and snare. It's like he's only using these plus his bass drum obviously. It's like you don't see a lot of movement, and I don't know if you necessarily hear a ton unless you're really listening. But the thing is, like, whenever you're listening to this song is like a not a casual listener, or just like someone who's not like drum intensive, drum forward kind of ears, it's hard to pick out because it's like, you know, you hear the "let's talk about chemistry" and there's like a lot of emotion, a lot of stuff going into those vocals, as well as the guitar. You know, the guitar in the background is so nice. The hymns in the background, ugh. I've talked about this song enough. If you've not seen my Alkaline reaction video, check it out. The first time I reacted to it, made a video of it, and it was very fun, very funny, and a good time. Yeah. That half second of silence that he does, choking the cymbals like that. Oh! Dude. Huh. I'm gonna reset. She's perfectly misaligned. This is definitely a song that I have wanted to learn some drum parts from. This part here is a little crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's different. That's different than the studio. Little bonus, yeah. Oh, the quickness on the snare there. Nice. It's like that part's not like crazy. It's like not crazy, but it's like it feels so good. It feels so visceral. I think I was talking to somebody in like a YouTube comment from forever ago. It might have been my Alkaline video. No, it was my Alkaline short, which is like, you know, maybe 10 people viewed it. And I was like gushing about the drums, and the thing is, like, the section of the drums that I was gushing about I wasn't talking about a specific drums. I was just talking about the drums in general. But they're like, oh, the drums are not even that hard or something. The drums are very difficult in this song. You guys just saw that. I mean, yeah, it's not like the most difficult song, but it's like this is one of their harder ones on the drums. Like there was like so much technicality that went in there. Very impressive. Understatement.
6-stroke roll, often in various elements of my playing. whether it's groove or fill based. Another song I enjoy playing live is entitled Like That. This is from our second record. Arguably, the drum parts in that song are, to this day, my favorites that I've written.
The drums near the end of Like That, which we will surely get to the end of it, are really good. I feel like, I mean, I can get my mind changed here, but I'm pretty sure the drums for the majority of it are not so crazy. But the end, oh my gosh. And I love how we just get to listen to this music, you know? What a treat.
There is a new intention, new whispers that once could not be heard. Catching your intention, wait, talking with braces on your tongue, just to provoke my combat. New weapons to snap those final strings. Just
I like the lyrics in this song, like the implications, like what they mean and stuff.
do you like that?
And also, this is a very catchy song. Maybe not as much as The Love You Want. The Love You Want's very catchy. See what I mean? Like, the drums are not crazy here, but he does a lot of hi-hat work here. See that? Yeah. But still, I mean, compared to other songs. It gets much louder here. I love the quickness on here. I would do it on the drum pad right here myself, but I want you guys to hear this, not me mess up. Do we hear it again? It's not like crazy, but it's like, it's nice. It feels good. A little bonus there. Oh, I like how he's moving up the cymbal there. Yeah. Jeez.
So when you're performing
just like
live
this
with Sleep
constant-
Token,
it's just
do you try to stay true to the
so
record, or
impressive.
are you actually taking quite a few creative liberties in the live set?
I
I
think
would say
I haven't seen any live anything.
Most of the parts that I tend to play in a live setting vary drastically to what was tracked on the record itself. This happens for a number of reasons.
Tell us.
Sometimes when I have more time to sit with a finished track
He's just like, oh, I should have done this.
while rehearsing for a tour, I can look at it through a different lens and subsequently come up with a more interesting variation live. On the other hand, these things can happen more naturally and take on a different feel or sticking due to simply playing a certain song for long periods of time across touring. There are, of course, certain parts in each song
That need to
that
stay.
must remain
That makes sense.
true to the original.
Makes perfect sense.
This could be a syncopated guitar part, or even an electronic part on the pads that serves more of
I like how he
a
gave his drum pad a little
supporting role
fatherly
within
touch.
the song.
Ooh, rain. Okay. So I like how he explained things there, because I was worried that they practice for the tour, and whenever he's like rehearsing for the tour, he just does the songs as they're meant to be or whatever, and then whenever he goes on stage, he just wings it. I know that's like naive of me to think and stuff like that, but I really didn't actually give it a ton of thought. I'm just glad that whenever he's rehearsing, he has like an idea in mind, like what he's going to do whenever he is getting up there, because it also does make sense that he needs to keep certain things the same to match the vocals, match the guitar parts, like if there's a syncopated guitar part or something like that. But as we've seen in these, like the things that he's added have definitely not detracted from the quality of the song. So that's my take. And I love we got the smoke at the back. Okay, I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm really excited to hear the drums in this one, because whenever I am listening to this song in my car or in my headphones at the gym, it's not amazing quality. Like the studio itself, the studio mix of it is just like, I want it to be more crisp. I want to hear it more clearly. So I hope here that I can hear it very clearly. We'll see. I'm sure I will. Especially the drums. The drums and the guitar, I cannot hear as crisp as I want to. Reflected in sound. See, he has his hi-hat partially open there to make that sound specifically. The drums in this one feel so good. We're gonna go back. We're gonna see that again. Just like the rain. That little drum fill, which he used like the toms, he used the hi-hat, he used all of it. That was just guys, I know that not 90%, 50% of this video is just me gushing. I understand. It just feels so good. I want to learn that. I really want to learn that. I take like 2 days to learn this like 3-second section or 5-second section.
When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name.
And the heaviness here, the hollow boom, 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 boom. It's louder in the studio, and it feels more like in your chest, you know? And then I like where Vessel's voice goes here. Like the last rain down on me. I like this point of view. Or the top one the best, because I can see everything really clearly. This one, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
So who are some of your
That's
favorite
that, guys.
drummers
I mean, that's that.
who have influenced your playing over the years?
When I first started playing, I, like many others in my generation, were heavily into drummers such as Joey Jordison, Matt from the band Mudvayne, as well as the more extreme speed players such as Derek Roddy.
Nice! Take me back to Eden?
Oh boy.
I just love this song in general. I don't know about the drums, but I just love this song. A little cymbal choke there. That cymbal choke noise, which we love so much, is kind of like whenever I say I love the hi-hat opening and closing, it's like a cymbal choke, because it's like you're hitting it and it makes a big noise, and then you close it with your foot. So it's like the same kind of thing. Are we not going to get more of that?
The gospel style of playing. I spent most of my early adulthood studying players.
Well,
Yeah.
I spit blood when I wake up. Sing
I should stop talking about it.
joking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer. I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Nerd talk, fake love, but I'll
So this is what he's doing with his stick on the snare like that. I believe that's called a rim shot. I think. I'm a drummer, but I'm like, I never studied drums. I never studied music, anything. I kind of just do it. So I'm learning here. He's teaching me, you know?
Tony Royster Jr.,
So,
Eric Moore, Thomas Pridgeon, simply slowing down YouTube videos
yeah.
in a feeble attempt
This is me,
to
bro.
understand their concepts,
Yeah, that's
their
me.
stickings and influences. These days, I would describe my playing style as a mixture of that signature
Abe Cunningham. Okay. I wanted to quickly say, like, the section we got before with him playing and stuff. Obviously, the drums are good. We're here for the drums, all that. But what I want to say is, like, Vessel's lyrics, his lyricism, his writing ability, it's like, did he get this power granted by sleep? By some deity? Some pseudo deity? Yes. I know 2 did. 2 is not of this world, man.
Abe Cunningham Deftones inspired heavier sort of grooving with a linear style gospel influence.
No amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it.
I don't think he hits the cymbal on the top there in the studio. Oh, and this really quick one at like the last little part of the section. And he's a little strange here. Like, that little section there is a little weird. And it's here too. Ah, that was different. Ooh. You can feel it. Like, literally is making me get goosebumps. Here we go. I'm curious of what happens here. Nice. It's so simple. That little I was wondering if he was going to add some more. Oh yeah, it's taking me back to Eden. Hopefully he plays it out at the very last seconds as it's fading out here. Just it's crazy quick on the bass. Nice. I'm liking this. Here. No, it's not here. Okay, while it is really good, I love this. In the studio version, the very last couple seconds, he just adds like crazy fast double bass, which is like hilariously good.
So,
it's
Two,
really
what
funny.
are some of your favorite Sleep Token songs to perform live?
Give it to us.
I've always enjoyed playing a song from our first record entitled Sundowning called Higher. Because in that
If you guys are fans of mine, you know I've mentioned this so many times, and I'm sorry, you know what I'm about to say. But if you have not seen my ranking of Sundowning I did with Lady Acidosis, Higher was my #1 song, okay? I love Higher.
that song, I've always felt very interactive to me.
Interesting way to put it.
Very fun to play.
There's some parts that are slow, some parts that are like crazy.
Deal of variance.
Yeah, there's a bit of
across the
variance,
song
yeah.
itself.
Well said.
In regards to any newer material, I enjoy playing a track called The Summoning.
I've not seen the live yet. I've not seen the Summoning live yet.
The live edition of a drum
I haven't seen the drum solo.
that
Are we gonna get some?
gives me
Are we gonna get a little?
a little more creative freedom.
I know he changes the last
as well
part.
as
I've seen
its
that.
challenging feel.
Well, that's going to
Shout out,
conclude
Chris.
this stream with Two from Sleep Token. Two, thank you for being here and sharing your insights into
You know
Sleep
what,
Token's music.
Two?
And with that, we're going to close with some final pieces of music from Sleep Token, and I'll leave this one to Two. Take care, everyone.
It's just so crazy that he has all of these songs ready to go in his head. Like, he remembers all of it. Like, I don't understand the mental capacity. I mean, maybe I'm a peasant of a peasant. I'm like, I can't imagine. I love Vessel's vocals there. It's cute. It's good. Yeah, I love what he does there with the snare. Dang. He's so quick, guys. And it's like, it just makes sense too. Like, all of that just like felt right. like the speed that his brain is processing these things, telling himself to go to it, do this and that and then that and that right after I'm gonna do this. Like, it's just unbelievable.
You believe you still refuse to shelter me, 'cause I am a danger. You're a long way from home. You are one of the many, but you're now on your own, and I hate.
Okay, you guys, that was a little bonus, okay? That was a little behind the scenes. Like, whatever. Sorry. Just this whole crescendo here, and then his playing is just like very well done. You guys are noticing here. I know we're near the end and I'm like, whatever. You guys are noticing here, and I've said it before way earlier in the videos. You guys notice, first of all, this latter part of the video, I have paused it way less. I've talked about the drums way less because I feel like I got so much of the things in the very beginning, and he just repeats a lot of the stuff I've talked about. But what I've said before is this tempo change. Like, he's just like this tempo, he's going slow, he's going fast, and it's just like he's fitting in these extremely quick sections right in the pocket, so to speak, like just so magically. So you guys see his foot bouncing here. I mentioned this in my, because I have a higher, I've seen this, the higher Drumeo performance. He's using this as like a tempo thing. He's just bouncing his hi-hat. It's not really making a lot of noise. It's making a tiny bit of noise, but he's using it mainly for his tempo, it feels like. If you've not seen that video, it's one of my very lesser known videos, or very less watched videos for some reason, even though that's like a fire video. Check it out. Or don't, because we're watching the whole thing here. But I think I talk a lot more in that one. Oh no. I add a lot of good stuff in it. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I like he's got swagger with it. This man has swag. Boom, boom, boom. His bass drum is really good in this one. That's so crazy. Gorgeous, amazing, stunning. And I'm a little taken aback. I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm a little, I don't know. It was really good, guys. It was really good. If you made it to the end of the video, shout out you know, thanks for sitting with me, enjoying this amazing performance, and like diving a little bit into Two's mind. Like I said before, I love his vocabulary and the fact that he uses vocabulary as like when he's talking about the drumming, when he talks about the sticking and just like the technique and stuff, it's really nice. Like, I don't know why I love the way that he talks so much. Of course, his voice was a little changed by some voice changer, and yeah, he's completely amazing. What he talked about him and how he decides to have certain drum parts in the songs, like he listens to the vocals and stuff. I love that, and I love this combo, this duo that we have between him and Vessel. They are special, and this band is really special. Like I said before, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Thank you all you guys for like constantly watching my videos, hanging out, having a fun time, and watching me discover this music. It's been so much fun discovering this music, but especially it's been so much fun talking to you guys in the comments. As you know, I have a Discord channel, and over there it's been really nice to learn about people in this community, in my little community that we're creating, I guess. And I've just made so many friends. You guys are beautiful, and I love you, and you know that. So if you're new to my channel, like I said before, I have been going through all the songs and the whole discography, reacting to them to the very first time. I break down the drums a bit, the instruments as a whole, what I think about them. I break down the lyrics pretty heavily, and for a lot of the songs, like how I relate to them or like what I think about them. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. And until next time, I will see you in the next one, okay? Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye. You can go. Mwah!